Hi. Recently, one person whom I know actually we had a chat, and he told me, "Hey Ben, this AI is nothing much. I really don't know what the hype is about. Actually, it is correct. It's more like artificial intelligence. The word is also correct, right? And that is actually the thought of many people out there, surprisingly, right? One of the reasons for that is people have not really got into AI, understood AI, and the dangers, implications, and the potential possibilities of it, right? If a person really gets into that deep layer, their thought and their perception of AI will be completely different, right? A lot of people think AI is something like this software where you go and type something and get something done, write a report, write an email, send a reply, or maybe do a little bit of brainstorm, right? That is far from the truth, right? AI is a kind of a layer, extremely intelligent, which is going to change our entire lives. I'll give you a simple, like a funny example. The other day, I took my vehicle to pump air because my gut feeling said that the air was less in it, but it was very difficult to look from outside and figure it out. So I went and I was in the process of pumping the air, but I just thought, hey, I might as well ask AI. So I took a picture of the tire at an angle so that the ballooning effect can be seen. And I asked AI, can you give an estimate of what this air pressure is, which is a very difficult thing to do. Even any human expert, however much tires he has been working on, even air pressure, he cannot look at a tire and tell what the pressure is. AI exactly told me it is between 26 and 28. I don't know how, I don't know what way it told. It exactly told me this air pressure is between 26 and 28. When the person put that in, it exactly showed 28. I was literally shocked as to how such a remarkable, accurate statement can be made. Then the next question, I always didn't know exactly how much of AI I need to pump into the vehicle. Always it said on the door this much. I asked experts this, but it was something was wrong somewhere. I never got it. Then when I put it to it, it exactly gave me the answer which I never thought of. It was actually 34. So I've been under pumping for all these days, right? So this is the power of AI, right? Now, that is, I just gave a very pragmatic simple example, right? But look at the other scale of it, right? There are AI employees which can be created. I don't think people know about it, or if people have not even done it, right? AI employees are very powerful, and you don't need complicated softwares to do it. You can actually do it with a simple LLM. Once you structure an employee, the employee will do all the work for you. So I actually did a project with a particular company where I created 3 employees, AI employees. That was a legal project, and I had to create a kind of a article kind of a thing where first I had to create a person who reads the article, right? Sorry, first I had to create a person who writes the article, right? Now that we call the person Jim, right? So Jim has a child, Jim is married, Jim has his anxieties. He's a real life character which is fed into the AI model. So Jim actually writes the article, right? It's a layman who writes the article. Jim is also very good in writing article writing. He actually works for a press agency. These all created. It's like AI twin. Now, once Jim writes the article, I created another person to read the article. Let's say that's a housewife slash entrepreneur who is working from home. That person's job, let's say it's called Jenny, right? Jenny's job, she has 2 kids. It's all created. She lives in a suburban surrounding. Her job is to read the articles, and she will give reviews about this article, whether it's right, wrong. Third, I actually created a lawyer. Now, lawyer is one of the most complicated things to create, because then you go, when you look at law, then you have a subsection, right? So which law is this, which specialized area? So you take a state, let's say Minnesota or Delaware or whatever the state is, right? Then you take that state, and then the law becomes specialized for that state. Then there's another layer which goes in what type of law, right? Is it like white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter. There is another law. So then there are 3 characters who are created already in this whole ecosystem, right? So one person writes the article, the other AI checks the article and sees whether it's easy to understand. I'm a busy person. I have so many things going on. Like, can I read it fast? Did I understand it? Then the third person checks the legal angle. So I just gave you an example of 3 employees, right? If traditionally 2 years ago, if you got to do this type of project, you actually had to hire 3 people, 3 separate people, and get this job done. Now imagine hiring us people like that is crazy hard, right? Where are I going to put the CVs? How am I going to run the interviews? It's a crazy hard job. Now let's say you hire these people, with some luck you manage to find the perfect people. What about the work? How can you synchronize these parties? First person writes it, the other person is busy. They will come back with the feedback after 2 days. This is all done in a matter of split seconds. Third, efficiency. You can never beat the efficiency. Like, for example, if you take this lawyer, once you create this lawyer in the LLM model, that lawyer has access to all the court cases, what has happened, public data, everything. And the responses that lawyer will give, it's ridiculous. I can't even explain how good that is, right? So you understand what I'm talking about, right? So this is the kind of depth that you can go to with simple LM models. These are not complicated models. I'm talking very simple models, which anybody has access to. You don't need like big budgets to get it done. So I just gave you example of a tire. Then I gave you example of a team which can be created, AI team to get your job done, right? Then there are different vibe coding platforms which are coming in, right? Yesterday, one was launched by Microsoft. These are single line vibe coding platforms. Today, you get like hundreds coming out, right? So what does these do? These, like, let's say you want to create an app, right, to get a project done. You don't need to hire a complicated software team anymore. You just go and write one line in this vibe coding platform and it deploys the entire things and gives you the stack, right? Then you get branding tools which can be done. So you understand the potential is like unlimited. So if a person is saying, hey, AI is nothing much, it doesn't do anything, that shows that the person has absolutely no idea what AI is and what it can do and the depth of it. And don't forget, this is changing by the day. Every day there's a new model coming in and the exponential value, the efficiency is going higher and higher and higher. So just imagine right now we are here. 2 years ago, I gave you an example. Today we are here with AI teams which can check, do all your work, plus this example I gave with the simple tire pressure, and plus anything else. You take your fridge out, take a picture, and the AI will handle your entire recipes and tell you what has to be cooked, right? You take a medical report, you put it, you get the best advice, far better than a doctor. It will tell you what has to be done, right? Everything, like your child report, everything, like you name it, it covers it, right? And just imagine fast track it like 6 months. I don't know, you might be having an AI twin who is going to guide you into everything. You get up in the morning, you don't need to do much work. This is going to handle everything. So this is where we are going into. If you're not into AI and if you're not in sync with any of the things that I mentioned, get onto it. If you're an entrepreneur, company owner, CEO, appoint a team, get it done. Don't hesitate. This is here. It's more powerful that you can imagine or think. And my advice is just go full into it. Figure it out. That's the only way that you can take your business, your career, and your economy forward. Thank you.